2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. All right, it's time to get the balls in the air for the opening round coverage. Let's head out onto the course. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Bean. It's great to have your company on 2K Sports. Following all the action out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. Well, it's been a super championship so far. Let's see how this one plays out. We head down to the first tee now. Okay, let's see if this one sets the tone for the round today. Oh, well done. TPC Louisiana is a very interesting golf course made on some pretty flat land, Rich.
Absolutely, and this hole shows you exactly what to expect. Second shot to a very tiny green. Tiny greens dotting this entire layout. Hit one close here, and you can expect to make a birdie.
This one's going right at the pin here. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
From where he is, I'm thinking 28 feet.
Putting for a par now. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Pretty sure this putt should move to the left.
That's a great putt and an eagle as well. And after that, he'll move to 2 under for the tournament.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. That is a touch of class. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Good shot shape, this one. The fade ball flight. Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the green too. Let's get back to it, shall we? This putt coming up is for birdie.
This putt still needs a lot of attention. There's a lot of break on it.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And that performance will now take him to 3 under par.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Ah, absolutely flushed. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
That was exactly what the doctor ordered.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Let's catch up with Tiger Woods. How close was that to going down? Let's catch up with the current proceedings. If he can hold this, he'll move inside the top 10 here. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And now moves himself inside the top 10. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Well, Rich, you're one of the rare people to have ever beaten Tiger Woods in his prime. In fact, I think he held all 4 major trophies when you beat him there at Hazleton in 2002. But you got 1 up against him, but he got 100 up against everyone. What was it like playing against the legendary Tiger Woods?
It's almost hard to describe, Luke, because, you know, he had this following that was unlike any other. And you knew when you were playing with him that of the 30,000 people that were following his group, 29,998 were rooting for him because your wife and her friend were following you.
But even sometimes they were probably cheering for him as well.
And they were kind of looking at you, watching him as well. I'll never forget playing with him in Chicago one year. We both made the cut on the number. I was ecstatic. He would not so much. And we get to the tee, and it must have been 8:30-ish in the morning. I mean, it was still fairly early doors. And I walk up to the first tee, and I knew what it was going to be like. But the stands behind the tee box were packed. Both sides of the fairway were jam-packed. And I just walked up, and there's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 500 people in the stands behind the first tee. And I walk up, and really loudly I go, "Hey, glad you're all out to come watch me play golf today." And they all laughed. I mean, they all laughed in unison because, like they're looking through their thing. They're like, who is this guy again?
If he can hold this, he'll move inside the top 5. John, have you got a good read on this one?
This putt's it's going up the hill. I think it's going to turn left to right.
It's tracking, and it drops for birdie. And a bonus now into the top 5. And it's a 3-stroke advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Wow, that was just striped. A chance to move into second place here. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
That's a lovely looking stroke.
Getting better.
Oh my. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flipped sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Eight under for the day. Currently second place. Seven feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Ooh. Putting for bogey. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Going with the 6-iron here. Okay, that'll work. Okay, let's get back to the action. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. The back 9 begins with a shortish par 4, Rich. A chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end. Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
No matter what happens from here on out, this player will always have that shot against Tiger Woods.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And after that hole, he'll move to 9 under for the event. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
He is taking this on.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer.
Looking nice.
Come on.
Yeah.
And now he's outright leader. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back 9. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy corner to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
All right, clubbing up.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Currently top 30 in the FedEx Cup points list.
19 feet to the hole. Starting this one way out to the left.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
Here's a chance to get to 12 under.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
This one started out on a good line. How good was that putt? Now 2 shots up after that one. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
He's setting up for his second shot. A look to get to 13 under par. This one's come off the blade pretty nicely.
Looking to get it really close.
And makes it. What a bomb.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And as we look at the leaderboard, he now has a 3-shot advantage. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Going with the 5-iron here. How close was that to going in? An opportunity for a birdie here. John, what's the line on this putt?
Pretty sure this is going to move to the left.
Ah, it's disappointing. So close to a birdie. And down it goes. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
This putt here to get to 14 under the card. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Around 41 feet away from the cup.
Good speed. That one's got some intent. You get in your home. Oh, so close. Well judged. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Leading by 3 strokes now. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana, and what a finish it is. A great short 4 at 16.
Luke, this is something special here. You can go for it if you want, but you better be mindful of that water up and around the green. Just lay it up out to the left, and you shouldn't have anything more than a pitching wedge to this minuscule green.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
The rival is ahead of him. He needs to get something together here.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. Okay, time to return to the action. This is his second shot. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Oh, so close. Just a short putt remaining here. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader. The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Well, that's great distance control. Pin high there. He has about 14 feet to the hole.
He's got this one for birdie.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt is breaking right to left.
Ooh. 4 feet to the cup. As we now move to the next hole, he has a 4-shot advantage. The finishing hole at TPC Louisiana, in my opinion, Rich, is a great one because, again, you can have anything from eagles all the way through to bogeys and worse.
Just avoid those little pot bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might be able to give it a whirl in 2. However, you got to be careful to, A, not miss it right, obviously, but even going too far left, you can really get an uncomfortable pitch shot from a low area left of the green.
Nicely done.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Trying to get to 16 under with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Starting it way outside the hole.
So close. His round has come to a close. That is an impressive birdie. Well, there you have it, Rich. At the end of the opening round, he finds himself in first place.
It's been absolutely flawless so far. I cannot wait to see what this player produces tomorrow.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.